Hey everyone, the Game Piece here, and today I want to make a video going over the commonly used roles in competitive Temtem. While doing my competitive analysis videos, I realized that I might be using terms that some players aren't aware of, like sweeper or a wall or things like that, so I wanted to make a video going over what those exactly mean. So let's get into it, everyone. So starting off, I'm going to go over the sweeper role as it relates to Temtem. Now, a sweeper is a Temtem who is going to be able to come in and potentially set up and then be able to take out the whole entire opposing team. Now, in Temtem, there are a couple of options that you have to use this with. For instance, things like Gialis with its high base stats in attack and speed, as well as access to heat up, which allows it to set up and boost its attack by 2 stages. It will then be able to proceed to sweep your team depending on what you have to counter it. Now, sweeping is not as prominent in Temtem due to the stamina system reducing the amount of turns that you have on a field, but with the sweatband item, you potentially do have the opportunity to make a sweeper. However, you do have to pay attention to the stamina system. You're not going to be able to stay in indefinitely. This does hinder the role of a sweeper in Temtem. It's not necessarily going to be able to take out the whole team, but you are going to cause significant damage. Sweepers can also be classified as physical sweepers, special sweepers, or mixed sweepers. A physical sweeper would be something like Gialis, whereas a special sweeper would be something like aerobic Volaren, and then a mixed sweeper is something that uses both moves. So the main example I can think of that works in Temtem is Raikan with the Prideful trait that will allow you to boost the attack, special attack, and speed of your Raikan, and Raikan has access to Fire Tornado, allowing it to kind of switch in between Fire Tornado and its physical attacking moves. The next role I want to go over is the supporter role. Now, these are Temtem that are going to increase your Temtem stats, lower the opposing Temtem stats, cripple them with moves like Strangle, or potentially heal your team up. Now, the options that you have for supporters in Temtem are pretty varied. There's things like the Bamboozlers like Gul'dir, Barnshee, Pig Epic. Those are definitely support Tems, but the main support Tem in the game right now I would say is Kinu, the ability to buff your allies' defense every time you come onto the field with the Protector trait, as well as heal and boost defenses and speed with Turbo Choreography. Really, Kinu can do it all. Kinu is the de facto supporter Temtem in the game at the moment. And the next role I want to go over is walls. Now, walls as a role are Temtem that are capable of taking many hits physically and specially. Now, a wall is a Temtem that has high defenses, that is able to take a bunch of hits and able to potentially recover itself and wear down the attrition of the opponent. This is super handy in Temtem due to the stamina system. If you have a very bulky wall, you're able to just wait and rest and recover your stamina while you wear down the opposing Tems. The main walls that I think right now in the game are Anaerobic Volaren for the special defense boost, as well as further boosting its defenses with Kinu or Stonewall, and really just making it a hard thing to take out. Another great tank in the game is Surneef. Now, Surneef has a trait called Calicity, which will increase its defense every time it's hit with a physical move. This paired with its high HP and high defense is going to make this a very strong physical wall. And if you notice me saying physical wall there, that's because walls can be built to either take defensive hits better or special attacks better. But coupled with its trait, Surneef also has access to a move called Revitalize, which lets it heal off any damage, making this a very good sustainable overall wall for you to use. The next role I want to talk about is having a Temtem that's capable of absorbing statuses. Now, statuses aren't super prominent yet in Temtem, but right now the main one to look out for I would say is sleep. So having a mental Temtem that's able to switch in and block the sleep status, because mental Tems can't be put to sleep in Temtem, you're going to have a big advantage as far as negating the sleep and potentially shifting the momentum in your favor if they need to switch out and determine a different strategy. However, if you do want to negate other status effects, you do have that option. You can bring in something like a fire type for something that's going to take a burn and it won't get burnt, or if something's going to get poison stacks on it, you can bring in a toxic type. So little things like that, predicting and knowing when you're going to be getting hit with that status and switching into a counter that's not going to take any of the damage or any of the status effect is going to benefit you. And the last role I'd like to cover today is a glass cannon. Now, a glass cannon is something that has super high offenses, but its defenses are very frail. And the only option I can really think of at the moment in Temtem that qualifies for this is Oshara. Taking a closer look at Oshara's base stats, you begin to realize that its speed is one of the best in the entire game, and its special attack is definitively the best in the entire game. Oshara has a base stat total of 486, which is the most out of all the Tems in the entire game right now, and those stats are heavily, like I said, maximized into speed and special attack, leaving its defenses something to be desired, as well as its HP stat being very lackluster overall with a base of 64 only. So there you have it, everyone. That is the prominent roles in Temtem right now for competitive play. If you have any questions as far as determining what a role means or what could qualify in a certain role, let me know. Now you yourself are going to be able to determine what is a sweeper in Temtem, what's a wall, what's a support, a glass cannon, things like that. It's just general knowledge that is going to benefit you in competition. So what are your favorite Temtems that cover these certain roles? I'm really curious to hear everyone's thoughts. But if you like the video, be sure to leave a like, everyone, and subscribe for more Temtem guides and content like this. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.